Hello and welcome to the War Room. Here we are to dissect Charming Nick's amazing trial, I thought it was, at Doomben on the 8th of May. First of all, how comfortable are these t-shirts?
They're very
Tom?
good, very nice.
They are very good. Anyway, you can get all them at Main Street, but let's talk now about Charming Nick.
Yeah, so trial at Doomben, over 1,000 metres. We'll just start playing the trial here. First time going this way of going. Obviously, he's gone up to Queensland since he's run at Caulfield last start, so it's his first time here, and it kind of shows with his greenness throughout this trial.
Doesn't help he's had to jump from the wide barrier as well.
Yeah, agreed, and then has to settle back in the rear of the field, which I actually like for Charming Nick's case, because I feel like he likes to be a little bit further back, which is evident in his runs at Sandown rather than his run at Caulfield where he was up in speed. But I'll just pause it before the corner here, and let's talk about his freshness first.
Absolutely, and you can see in those first sort of stages of his trial, you can see his mouth is open.
Yeah.
So I think that is a one indicator already that he's a bit fresh, a bit green. Potentially he's overdoing it a little bit and getting used to it, because it is a big thing. He only just arrived to Brisbane a couple of days earlier. This is his first public hit out since he had EIPH at Caulfield.
Yeah, and being fresh is always a good sight to see, because it means that the horse wants to get it over and done with and actually start to race. So I'm happy with that, and you can see the way his head sort of moves throughout the trial. That's sort of a show and a telling sign that he is displaying a little bit of freshness.
And I think what you want to look out for as we go and he starts to run around this corner, you'll see he loses a length or two out the back.
Yep.
And that's all due to going on the New South or Queensland way of running for the first time in his career. But still learning how to put it all together. It's not until he hits the straight thereabouts now that he starts to lower himself and actually make some ground.
Yeah, and I think in the straight is where he's doing his best work. His action becomes a little bit tightened, and you can see once he gets onto that correct leg, which is the big part about going the New South Wales and Queensland way of going, that he really powers through the line and is quite strong, which is great to see. Quickly on trial time, so 1 minute and 0.45, so the 7th quickest of 16,000 metre trials at Doomben, and worth noting the track was deteriorating as the morning went on. It was very choppy, so that horses were starting to get off the fence. Plenty of horses throughout this trial that have had some runs in stakes grade and have some stakes form around them. So first, Lead Me On, who was last seen in May running behind Arabian Summer, who's obviously a stakes winner. Third horse, Fasundo, maiden winner in Jan by 4.5 lengths. And the fourth horse, Good Luck to Me, fourth to Public Attention in the Group 3 Eskimo Prince. So obviously got some strong stakes form around.
He also beat the Enchanter on
He did, your favourite.
his day, yep, absolutely. So he's a very, I've been following him, and that form has came through very strongly. So while Charming Nick has finished second and beaten some of them, he's actually crossed the line with a very promising crop.
He certainly has. So very exciting going forward. And yeah, can't wait to see what his plan looks like now, which is, at the moment, it's not confirmed just yet, but potentially the 18th of May at Sunshine Coast in a Class 1, where I suspect he'd be quite hard to beat.
Yeah, you would think so. A Class 1, so that obviously means only horses that have won one race can actually enter into it. And at the Sunshine Coast, it's a nice, big, open track. And clearly what we see here and what we saw with him at Caulfield, those tighter turning, skinnier tracks are not really his cup of tea, but you know, he might be saddling up with an Earl Grey or a green or a peppermint or something come the Sunshine Coast, because he gets that big wide open space. He will be able to sit cold and really let down.
Thank you all for watching this episode of The War Room, talking about Charming Nick.